How often do we see a president face the highest stakes, their very office hanging in the balance, challenged by a determined Congress? The enduring legacy of Andrew Johnson's impeachment is multifaceted, primarily solidifying the critical principle that impeachment is a political, not purely criminal, process, and setting an exceptionally high bar for the removal of a president from office. It profoundly demonstrated the resilience of the executive branch against legislative challenges, even when a president is deeply unpopular. This outcome is rooted in the intense political climate of post-Civil War Reconstruction. President Johnson, a Democrat from Tennessee, fundamentally disagreed with the radical Republicans in Congress regarding the nation's path forward. His lenient policies towards former Confederate states and his defiance of legislative acts, specifically the Tenure of Office Act, which restricted his ability to remove cabinet members, led to charges of high crimes and misdemeanors. The Senate ultimately acquitted him by just one vote. This close result effectively created an unwritten constitutional precedent, establishing that a president would only be removed for severe abuses of power, rather than for mere policy disputes or political opposition, thus reinforcing the separation of powers. To understand this legacy, consider exploring primary source documents from the impeachment trial itself, such as transcripts of the Senate proceedings and the articles of impeachment. Analyzing the arguments presented by both the prosecution and defense offers valuable insight into the legal and political interpretations of presidential conduct at the time. You could also compare Johnson's case with other historical impeachment inquiries to grasp the consistent constitutional questions that arise regarding executive power and legislative oversight. A key takeaway from this period is the concept of a political question doctrine in presidential impeachment. While the Constitution outlines the process, the actual decision to impeach and convict often turns on political will and constitutional interpretation rather than strictly legal grounds. Senator Edmund Ross, whose decisive vote led to Johnson's acquittal, famously stated his belief that conviction would set a dangerous precedent, making presidents subservient to Congress. His decision, though unpopular with his party, prioritized the independence of the presidency, ensuring that presidents could govern without constant threat of removal for political disagreements. Ultimately, the legacy of Andrew Johnson's impeachment underscores the robustness of the American constitutional system, illustrating how even in moments of profound political crisis, the framework of checks and balances can endure. It serves as a foundational case study for understanding the delicate equilibrium between presidential authority and congressional oversight, shaping our interpretation of executive power to this very day.